Growing Greens from Seeds with Miss Hannah.
Hi my friends, today we're going to talk more about the cabbage family. Did you know that these plants are also called cool weather plants? This is because they're most likely grown and eaten in the fall, winter, and the early spring. Do you know what season we're in now? Winter. Yeah, you're right, and it gets kind of cold outside. Brr! Now, I have a question for you. Has anyone ever grown a plant from a seed? What kind of plant did you grow? How did you help it grow? Those are all great ways to help your plant grow. When we plant seeds in soil and give them lots of water and sunshine, they grow into plants. And there's a book I have for you today. We've read this book before, but we're going to read it again. It's called One Bean. Do you remember what happens in this book? Those are all great guesses. Let's find out. One Bean by Anne Rockwell and pictures by Megan Halsey. I had one bean. It was dry and smooth and hard. I put it on a wet paper towel. I covered it with another wet paper towel. Soon, its skin had turned all wrinkly. My bean had gotten fatter too. I think it got too fat for its skin because the skin split, just like in the photo here. This meant that it was time to plant my bean. I filled a paper cup with black potting soil, and then I laid my fat, wrinkly bean in the cup. See, he's putting the bean in the cup and then covers it with more soil. So now you can't see the bean, but they did plant it in the soil. I watered it when the soil was dry. Even though I couldn't see my bean hidden under the damp black soil, I watched for it every day. So here's his bean here. He put it in the soil, and now what will he do? He will give it water and put it in the window for some sunshine. Then one day, just like the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, something wonderful happened. A greenish white stalk poked up from the soil. My bean was dangling from the end of it. Would you look at that? He planted it, gave it water and sunshine, and now it sprouted. If you look closely, you can see the roots in there. Let's see what happens next. Soon, 2 leaves grew on my bean plant. These were shaped like Valentine hearts. Let's take another closer look. We see the soil with the roots. There's the sprout and some leaves. And look at that. Where will they put the plant? In the window, so it could get more sunshine. More green, heart-shaped leaves sprouted. My bean plant grew bigger and bigger. It needed a bigger place to live. Look at how big his bean plant is getting. It gets more and more leaves because he leaves it in the sunshine and gives it water. I filled a flower pot with potting soil. Very gently, very carefully, I took one bean with its bright green leaves and roots spreading through black moist soil out of the paper cup. I planted it in the flower pot where it could stay. So we see here in the picture, he took the bean plant out of the cup. And where will he put it? In the flower pot with more soil. It's getting bigger. Sunshine shone on it and made my bean plant grow some more. You guys were right. He put the bean plant in the window to get some more sunshine so it can get more leaves. One day, I saw lots of little green bumps on my bean plant. Those little green bumps were buds. I'm going to show you a closer look. Here's the leaves, and here are the little green bumps, which are called buds. The buds burst open, and lots of white flowers blossomed among the green leaves. Wow, check it out. There is a lot of flowers on this plant now. When the white flowers fell off, tiny bean pods hung in their place. Before long, there were lots of bean pods growing on my beautiful bean plant. So again, I'll give you a closer look at the bean pods. So here's the flower's stem, the plant stem I should say. That is where the little buds came in. And here we had flowers, but now there grew bean pods. Those tiny bean pods grew bigger, and one day I picked one. I split it open and looked inside. What do you think I saw? I saw some smooth and shiny beans, shaped just like the one bean that had started it all. So take a closer look. Here's the bean pod, and inside we see the beans. And these beans are seeds that you can plant to make another big plant, just like he did. I picked a few pods and I ate the beans that grew inside of them, and they were very good. And guess what? They were very healthy too. Vegetables have nutrients that we need to help our bodies grow. Do you remember another place where we can get fresh vegetables? The farmer's market. Do you remember what the farmer's market is? Great job! You remembered that the farmer's market is where farmers bring their fresh fruits and vegetables that they grew on the farm and harvested that same morning. So when you go to the farmer's market and you see fresh fruits and vegetables, think about this boy and this girl who grew a bean just from one bean.
Thanks for learning how to grow greens from a seed with me. Until next time.